Hey guys, welcome to our Opinion Opinions. It was Tuesday, and I'm your host. I'm posting a little bit late just because I had a crazy day yesterday and I couldn't get a chance to do it. So, this week's topic is about astral projection and out-of-body experiences and what are our thoughts. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say that shit is kick-ass and a lot of fun. I do that a lot. I remember doing that when I was younger without actually knowing what I was doing necessarily. And I mean, it kind of goes hand in hand with meditative work and journeying and that sort of thing, where you leave your physical body and your spirit goes off into another place to explore and do things. Now, like I said, it's something that just came naturally to me. I was able to do it really easily. It's not really much of an effort. But they are a lot of fun. But at the same time, you also, I kind of was just right now got hit with a thing about a lot of people confuse this with, or a lot of people also experience what they call sleep paralysis, which is whenever you're sleeping and all of a sudden your mind wakes up before your body does, and so you're basically laying in a bed or wherever you're sleeping, and you have no control of your body, and you can feel yourself. You know you're in your head, you're there, but your body isn't there just yet. And a lot of people sometimes confuse that with out-of-body experiences or things like that because they feel like they're trapped and they don't know what's going on. And it's not quite like that. I guess the simplest way to also explain out-of-body experiences or astral projection is similar to lucid dreaming, where you basically dream consciously, so to speak. What you do is, and that's one of the first things I would recommend to somebody to try to do, is basically dreaming with intention. You basically go into a dream knowing you're dreaming and try to change things or try to be in control, basically. And once you get that down, you should be able to do more work and then be able to do astral projections out in other ways. Let's see. I had a recent experience. Well, not recent. It was probably about a couple months back now. We were out camping. Sorry, out camping with a bunch of friends, and we were right by the water. We were all sitting, hanging out, and I was sitting in my chair, and I didn't really want to go into the water because it was somewhat rapid. There was a stronger current, and I'm not a big river swimmer person type thing. I mean, I like water, I love it, but whatever. Anyway, the case, whatever it was, I just didn't want to go in, but I did want to experience it. So, sort of quietly, I was just sitting in my chair and I closed my eyes and I projected myself out into the water and basically became one with the water and rode that water all the way around back to where I was, and it was a lot of fun. Now obviously something like that requires a lot more skill and practice to be able to do, but it's a good skill to have, especially if it can be very useful whenever you want to go into a situation or a place without actually having to go there, especially if it's further away, without it, with not in your reach to be able to go physically. It's a fun thing to do, and it's a good thing to do to be able to do that. Like sometimes you'll hear people will hire psychics and things to like examine a place further away, or to go under the ocean or into a cave or something, and have them astral project out and explore to make sure everything's okay and safe for them to be able to go in. So that way they don't, because obviously sometimes things like that are sometimes dangerous, and it's just a big process. It'd be easier to just have somebody give a quick look before they actually go in and start doing work. So, similar to that, another version of another use that you can use when you're doing astral projections or out-of-body experiences are what I like to call sacred space. Which to me, there are obviously probably two, three different kinds of sacred space. Your sacred space can be your circle that's been cast in a place that is sacred space within the circle. Sacred space can be a special, spiritually significant location somewhere that is obviously sacred and is a space. It can also be an emotional state. And then the other kind is sacred space. Basically, it is a place you create in the astral plane, in your mind, that can be anything you want, to do whatever you want. A lot of people will use it for meditation, or where they'll basically have this projection of a place. Usually it's something familiar from a physical place, like an old house that you grew up in, or whatever, something like that, something that's significant to you, and you create this place, and you're able to go there in your meditative state in order to do work, contact spirit, talk, have conversation with the divine, work that way, to sort of get in that other place. So you don't have to actually, because obviously your physical body can't do any of those higher workings. You have to have your spiritual body do it, your spirit self, your light body. And so it's good to have a place like that where you can ward and keep safe, and use. And I do that all the time. I have my special place that I go to in the astral plane that I've built and protected, and my spirit guide resides with me there when I'm there. He's around all the time, but he obviously knows where that location is, and he'll be there to sort of be like the warden around the space to make sure nothing else comes in that's harmful. And it's really great. I like doing that, especially for things like if I need to do a working and I'm not necessarily in a physically safe or physically convenient place, then I can go into my mind, go out to my astral place, and do work there. Okay, so a little bit off topic on that one, I'm sorry, I realized. But it's the same principle. Out-of-body experiences, astral projections, are basically spirit body travel. It's taking your spirit and going with it, wherever you want to go, however you want to get there. It's quick, it can be quick, it's fairly easy once you get the hang of it, and it's safe, because also you have to also remember, sometimes people go, oh, but I don't want to do that because I don't want my spirit to get lost somewhere. You don't have to worry. Your spirit is always tethered to your physical body. It will return, obviously. There's a path laid out that will send you back. Just like in meditations, you don't just disappear and then you can't find your way back. So, yeah. Let's see what else. Think of. I think that's probably about it. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and wrap it up here. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, leave comments. Feel free, I will respond. And then I'll also post links to all our pages and Twitter things and all my personal channel and all that jazz, so you guys can follow us on Twitter, like our Facebook page, check out other avenues of us. Alright, so I guess that's it. Hope you guys have a great rest of the week. Enjoy the rest of the week with other hosts. Charlie should probably be posting today as well, so stay tuned for that, and bless you guys.